it's working. Yeah. Oh, it's been very crafty. I'm just, now it looks like I'm a few levels deep, inception-wise, doing it this way. But unfortunately, I mean, like, yeah, it's quite tricky. I was just saying out loud to those that can, hear what I'm saying here. You'd expect it would last it would last a long time. It's a pretty foolproof plan of an evil fucking, no, I don't like to say evil genius, but some evil motherfucking thing that's doing this, because even to try and work it out, I'm having to pick up the fucking device, which causes the condition in the first place. I'm quite sure it's a significant tool of the I'll say the little meanies of some type of I don't know, soon to be long lost dream time meanies. Because this is, I said it ages ago when doing something on my phone that to read the actual thing, you should say, don't worry, if anyone actually reads the T's and C's, they'll be blinded. So if they take us to court, they're going to be blind. They're not going to, I said that, in jest, many a truth, I said in jest, some time ago. But forgetting that, this time, this is a recent time, where it made sense why I was something like, well, I couldn't read the fucking phone, because the other phone, which I'm using now, hello, something's turned up, hello, that I'm using now again, I use then just to read the fucking phone, which I've decided not to use. Well, that couldn't focus on it either. It kept doing weird things. These lines, right, were coming up, which I couldn't see with my eyes. I couldn't see the text either. Funnily enough, it was like it was hurting me, and it was smudged, and it was like yeah, it was impossible to fucking focus on. Well, this is just actually the video. I just had to put it on. I slowed it down because I was looking at going, because it looked like the lines weren't as in the grey lines. Like, you see that they're blocked. I don't know if it's coming out of there or not, but they're blocked. They're like long. They're rectangles, right, that point up and down. If that makes sense. And I thought, oh, it's because of the screen that had been put on the phone. But then I was like, hang on, no, because that would affect the font, like the text as well. That would be also blocky, but it wasn't. It was looking crystal, clear or thereabouts. But then there's another bit that I wanted to document, but I will. But you see this, like, how the fuck does that happen? By accident. That's probably, see like that. I should need to explain that. I mean, it's a real, you get your eyes tested, and that might seem like a bit crafty. Oh, read that line when you can't, Well, this is heaps craftier. And this is a real cunty fucking eye test. It doesn't tell you it's an eye test, and you only find out that it's what a bastard it is when you get another phone to film it, to be like, I can't see it. Why can't I see it? It's like it's fucking trying to hurt me. And then it starts trying to hurt the phone that you're using to fucking see it. And it can't see it. It's like, I can't focus. It's like, oh, I get it. I know how it sucks. Phone, I understand. Second phone. First phone, we'll say, is this. Anyhow, point is, that's hard to read, isn't it? How the fuck does that happen? Naturally. Because I was just looking at these lines, right, and I'm going, like, is it radiation coming from me? Is it coming from the thing up to me? Is it from a third party, something else floating? I don't know. I'm open to the, because what I noticed, and I'll just see if whether it actually, because even though it's like the layering, right, and I see this a bit in different things. It's like, okay, you see it there, actually, you see like that like how it's doing that, but the reason I slowed it down before to look at is because as I scrolled up, well, I think it was up, the lines moved with, it appeared as though the lines moved with the text, like the screens in what I was reading, the T's and C's. As I scrolled them up, it appeared that the lines moved at the same rate as them, or in, or correlate, they're part of the same layer, might be the best way to put it. Whereas if those diagonal lines that are the grey and the white, if they were a separate layer to the T's and C's I was reading, well, then they would just be consistent and moving up or down the T's and C's, or trying to zoom in like I tried to do at one point. Obviously, it didn't zoom. Well, that should make no difference if it was just like, a radiation effect on the screen, for lack of a better term or explanation of such things. And so I just slowed it down to look at that as I just happened to notice it, and then I'm like, oh, and I can see like the layers around my fingers. It's like, I'll see energetic bodies sometimes, like I'll see that light that we don't often see. I see that these days more so than I ever used to around living things. But the way it was doing it here, now it's going to like, I'll see if I can still get to it, because I didn't want to have to, I had to turn this phone on to do this, and here we go. So I'll just slow it down again, just cause, because the phone could focus on it, but couldn't stay focused on the text. And now looking at this, and again, like I said the other week, looking at that, it's like, no shit, no wonder I couldn't read it. It was trying to hurt me. But there's a bit here. Well, there will be. No, there's stacks of it in the thing. I don't know why, but I mean, yeah. Either way. I guess it's not what the bit I was just looking at seems to have changed now. How long the lines are gone? Yeah, okay. And it seemed like they're moving, and what I was trying to do was evaluate them moving. All right, here we go. So there's this bit here. Wait a second. And as I identified this just before, it's like some fucking car went past. I started getting like out of nowhere, just like tired, just like whoa, like something's fucking me up. It's like yeah. I'm just describing the situation. I'm just telling the truth. I'm not ashamed to say that. It's because it's happened that many times. It's like, all right, well, whatever. And yes, a reasonable question to ask for more information, please, about these grey lines, because I don't know where they're coming from. Man. And it seems to be a layering issue. And remember, this was filming at like 60 frames. 60 frames. Is it a second? I think it's a second. I can't quite remember now. My brain just went a bit, just got, funnily enough, frequency has, it does have a bit of an effect, to say the least. Also, this is flashing. It's going to stop on me in a second. I'll stop it myself and I'll start it again. Yeah, getting a lot more yellow on this little screen than what I'm seeing on the big screen here with Mars. Shit, that's like fucking impossible to read. Like, no shit, I couldn't read that. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. And the point is, this is a bit, like here, for example, you can see a starter like there, hasn't it? Well, there's a heat. No, okay, that should have paused. I don't know if it did or not. You see this? And I was looking at it just going, oh, it was around about here, and I'm like, okay, well, I've seen like an aura around would be like kind of like that, but this looks like there's with my eyes I could see like 3 different layers before. Now maybe because I was just trying to work out, all right, well, those grey lines which seem like radiation effect was because that's not, it's like you pick up, it's difficult to necessarily describe, but you'll see that in it's an interference pattern, right? That's generally what those lines will be, and it's a way of looking at when you see electromagnetism and where the light comes through little gaps that are repetitive. It's like a screen door is an example. I'm not explaining this very well at all, but either way, it's an interference pattern is what. But we don't normally see the interference pattern, right? It's usually with a camera. You'll see it'll come out on video like it is obviously kind of now, but with my eyes, for example, at the time I wasn't seeing that on the phone, right? But it was clearly having an effect. I couldn't fucking see it. I couldn't read it. I was like, what? It was hurting me. So I used the phone to do it. Managed to do it by looking at another device. It was probably, hurt me on some level, no doubt. It's the same freaking anyhow. But then this bit is like, well, how does that? It's like there's a number of layers, and I know there's layers of existence, and perhaps so I'm just been seeing more of these layers as time goes on, and the extension of me, the observer, say camera, me the observer, and the camera the observer, is an extension of me, is picking up what I see, or what, I'm just, all I'm saying is, I was sort of going, okay, maybe it's me, as always. Oh, is it me? Is it me? I'm like, I'm willing to take responsibility for the situation, or rather, I'm not just looking to blame something else. I was going, oh, maybe it's me causing these things, right? I mean, but okay, just anyhow, point is, I don't understand how that works like that. And you'll see in a second, maybe I don't know. It'll like disappear. Like those layers will be like still there, or gone. I'm like, okay, all right. So the camera's then focused on my fingers instead of like it wasn't focused before, and that's why there were multiple layers. It'll be someone will say, oh, it's a rendering issue, it's a digital this, or someone that doesn't really fucking understand it, much like I don't. I've got an idea, but it's like there's a number of conclusions that will be leaped towards to rationalise things in whichever makes you the most comfortable. That's not what I'm not trying to make anyone uncomfortable. Fuck, so far from it. But this is anyway. Yeah, maybe this mobile phones are just conspired by a nasty optometrist. A real evil, evil genius optometrist. Because like fuck, they sell a lot of bloody glasses. I'd be interested to see the figures on spectacle sales in the last 20 years. I would hazard a guess and say they had gone through the freaking roof since we've been staring at LED freaking screens held to our face for countless, quite literally countless hours per day. And when that interference pattern, oh no, now I've got double extra hands. That's it. I feel like that's many layers deep. So it's just gonna confuse. I can see the light. I can see the light around this. So this is the live hand. Well, I'm alive there too. But I want to do a publish it there. I'm getting it straight. The point is, I can see the light coming off. I can see the same thing I was just talking about on this phone now, my actual finger. Point is how, these interference patterns, which you only pick up on using a camera, video, Well, the interference has an effect even when you're not seeing it. It's probably 1 point. And second point, I'm attempting to identify the source. Yeah, that's probably only two. Yeah, we'll leave it those 2 points for now. Well, that's only 1 point. Oh, stuff. That's gonna be confusing. Oh, hang on. All right, we'll leave it those 2 points for now. That's not very funny. But you try and read that. It's fucking not very easy to read. That's for sure. I don't think it's an accident, but I don't know. Tell me what for. If you, yeah, if you happy just if you have a crack, attempt if you're here. It would be nice. If you don't, that's okay. All's the same. It's set in war. I don't know why I didn't know that rhymed or why that started to come out. That pre-programmed. I don't know, pun. Yeah, seeded, found. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm hearing my ears are ringing like heck. I'm gonna put some music on, and we do a lot of looking at screens, and it's calamity careens. It seems non-coincidental means. Yeah. Oh. And again, just a document those blocks. It's definitely not to do with the screen that I had suspected may have been the plausible deniability option one that I gave it was it might be the screen because my mum had said she put a she paid she's got one on her phone and this is her old phone. She's like, got a screen protector put on. I was like, you have to do that anyhow. I thought, I was like, oh, that must be why those blocks were there. But no, this verified it at the time, and I'm just reiterating it now because I don't know if I've documented that or set it on a thing. It's not that because the blocks, well, they're horizontal there. Look, as opposed to vertical before. Look, I'm getting more, distort. Interference pattern I can see on the screen here. It's a bit different to before, but everything's fucking us up, isn't it? That's the thing. Everything except for nature's fucking us up. But anyhow, see these bits? Before they were going along lengthways with the screen, so even when the pattern seemed to be moving diagonally across, they would look like little blocks. Well, now the pattern's going horizontal, and they're like long blocks, and it looks like 3 to 4 layers, which is what I was saying before in my head as well. It's as if there's 3 to 4 layers that we are existing in or seeing in reality, where I'm seeing that some apparent men and women, I don't know if they're even seeing a partial layer, but I feel as though I may be seeing 3 and able to back it up here, 3 or 4 possibly, but it's difficult that they as you can see, it changes up. They blur these layers. They look very much like the other layers, just a little bit different. Just, they almost get it right, but just a little bit off. And it's when you're seeing more than one at the same time. Euphemism, metaphor intended, regardless of being divine. Yeah, I was trying to remember the wrong word. Well, which layer there? Which is the real one? Fuck if I know. It's pretty. Every one I'm seeing here makes a combination that's not good because every one of these fucking things, you would read that thinking, oh, well, I read that and I don't want any of that stuff on. Let alone the fact they try to slide nearby devices 3 fucking times. But you see the symbols and the things like, oh, contact. Oh, yeah, I would like to have access to my contacts. Well, it's not actually that. It's actually used to identify frequent contacts and your preferred contact method. So everyone's, oh, yeah, I want the phone. I want Samsung to know who I speak to. It's very convenient. All right, well, good on you. But a lot of people are thinking, oh, I need that. Well, if you read the thing, it's like, oh, hang on. Files and media. Yeah, I'd like to access files and media on my device. I use files. I use media. Of course I want that on. Hang on. Used to personalise gallery content based on the people and places in pictures and videos. Okay, so you're scanning. So personal information that belongs to me that we established in the last one, which you're then going to collect from me, steal from me. If I ask for it back, you kick me off your services, and turns out you got to keep a whole bunch by law, but you might fuck it up because you're saying if I want you to alter it, you'll alter it. Words to that effect. All a bit fucking sus, but this is extremely sus as well. Is yeah, I'd like to have files and media. Yeah, well, no, that's not having files and media ticking yes to that. Assuming we believe what's being said here, but I'm saying, well, fuck, we haven't got a lot. We've got to go on. If this is saying, yeah, based on the okay, yeah. So files and media, that's so your gallery that you get is everything. It's getting personalized for you by Google, by Samsung, based on the people in it and where they are in your pictures and videos. Just think about it for a moment. Yeah, I mean, yeah, spell it out. There's 3 or 4 layers of fucking shams going on. That seems to be the case anyway. All right. Yeah. You would think contacts. Oh, yeah, I need to have contacts in my phone. It's not what it fucking is. You couldn't, yeah, but they make it very hard to find out what it actually is because this was painstaking. Painstaking.
No.
It took like half an hour of fucking about
No, hell no.
and getting blinded, and having to use
You
another.
said no, but you snuck it in again. Nice one, cunts.
Yeah. All right. Was that? Yeah. Was that about getting it? Yeah, hang on. Used to let the reminder app know when you get out of your car, so it can suggest that you add a parking, say, reminder or some shit. Physical activity, like you fucking what? I mean, yeah, it's beyond thinly guised, just a bunch of transparent scam, sham, stung, fraud flies, all over this shit that's being sold to us that you're paying a stupid fucking amount for so that we can it's also it's like surveillance, harm yourself, give yourself yeah, this fucking can't anyhow, I'll stop. It's madness really on a number of levels, but anyhow, I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much. Yeah, myself.
No.
Myself. No. Right.
Never runs out.
Keep strong. Loves that nearby devices, doesn't it? Because it's scared. Yeah.
Get fucked.